Today's podcast is brought to you by Audible. Get a free audiobook download and 30-day free trial at www.audibletrial.com/thenerdcore. Over 180,000 titles to choose from for your iPhone, Android, Kindle, or MP3 player.
Hello, nerds. You're listening to an episode on the Nerdcore podcast feed. If you're feeling generous, please consider pledging to a tier on our Patreon at patreon.com/thenerdcore. We have tiers as low as $1 per month. Thanks so much, and enjoy the episode.
Welcome back. You're listening to the Nerdcore podcast, a podcast that reviews the movies and talks that nerd shit. It's episode 286, and it is your Saturday morning review. Yes, I know. I messed up. I said 235 last time, but it happens. You know? I'm human. I forget numbers. And as always, it is the host of the hosts, the Nerd Chicano, here to have a lot of fun and host the show alongside my wonderful co-host, Brad, Young Yoda. How you doing?
I'm doing all right, Raul, but I still just sit in here in silence while you play apparently music.
Yeah, I don't know why you can't hear the music. You've been able to hear the sound bites. I don't know what's going on with that.
I don't know.
Yeah. Can you hear the sound bites?
I am.
Well, let's go ahead and find one. Let's see. Okay. Which one have we not played? Oh, yeah.
Check 1 2 1 2.
Did you hear that one?
No.
Damn it.
Check 1 2 1 2.
You were able to hear them before?
Yeah, I know.
Huh. Well, we'll go ahead and find out why this is the case, okay? Later. But that's weird. You've been able to hear them before. Must be just a Discord thing then. But other than that, Brad, I hope everybody's having a good day. We're here to review a movie that Brad picked out, and usually the criteria for this, if it's under 2 hours, Brad is going to want to watch it. So, and sometimes we choose good stuff. Sometimes we get some really crappy stuff. And today we're going to talk about a movie. But, Brad, how are you doing today?
I'm doing well, Raul. Doing well. And, it's all opinions. So.
Yeah, well, my opinion is that it's crappy.
Well, that's your opinion. My opinion is that it is not.
You're an idiot. Whatever. I'm going to go ahead and turn you up a little bit more on my end, by the way. But yeah, I hope everybody's having a good day. Today's Saturday, so hope you guys are getting ready for the live show later today. And as always, also, we recorded High Flyer Radio a little bit late today, this week. So you're actually going to be able to listen to that at 3 p.m. Central Standard Time when we go live on the air for the live show. But either way, you go listen to High Flyer Radio. It's fucking awesome. All right. So, Brad, no Unstructured this week because you were in Phoenix, right?
Yep, pretty much. I was tired.
Yeah, fucking Phoenix, man. They take you away, and when they take you away, they take away the Unstructured. I wanted to debut the music this week, man.
Well, I might, after I get off here, I might record something. I might not.
Yeah, well, we got a mini pod after this. So, yeah. Yeah.
Why does your mic just sound so weird in my ears? It's weird.
What are you talking about?
It's like you're in like a soundproof room. It's not like you're talking to the mic.
Well, hold on. Let's go see what's happening. Maybe it's the fact that my settings aren't right now. Technical difficulties here, guys. Oh, why is my default on my internal microphone?
Yeah, you just sound weird.
There we go. Am I going?
That's much better.
All right. So now we should be able to
check 1 2 1 2.
Yeah, now I hear everything. Thank you.
Oh, that's great. Yeah. A little bit of a Discord issue over here, but we're back to normal, right?
Yeah. I can hear everything. You sound like you're speaking into a mic and not at a wall.
Yeah.
I am back into my happy place and not confused anymore.
Why don't I hear the sound bites?
Yeah, why don't I hear the sound bites? And why does it sound like Raul has been locked into a shoebox?
Yeah, well, pretty fun time here, man. I got Stream Deck, so we're going to be able to use that from now on. Pretty cool stuff here. Got to thank the wonderful people who listen to the show. Because of them, I was able to get a Stream Deck because of your beautiful ad revenue. And our sponsors, of course. Gotta love the sponsors. And much love to them, right?
Anchor.fm especially.
Yep, and we will talk about another sponsor later on in the show, but I'm just going to remind myself now because I'm going to do the ad. I'm going to do it. All right. So, without further ado, Mr. Bradley, unless you have anything to really talk about right now.
Not really. Other than everyone should go if they can now and grab Science.
Oh, yeah.
By Ashley V. Robinson and Jason Inman.
Yeah.
So they shipped it off. It's nice and beautiful. And,
yeah.
I have not had time to read it yet, but very cool. I got some signed stuff from them, and I'm very pleased. Very pleased with my Kickstarter.
You got your Batman DVD?
It did not.
Oh,
so
crap.
I don't know what happened there, but I'm not too worried about it.
Yeah, well, you did win it. You just won the giveaway, so it's all good.
Okay.
As long as you got the book. Yeah, our names are in the book, actually.
Yeah, they are with young Yoda in there. So
nice. Yeah.
I'm very happy with that.
Pleased. Yeah, man. So you guys should definitely go and check out Science from Ashley V. Robinson and Jason Inman. Awesome people, friends of the show, wonderful people, just the best of the best people around, and they're great people. Check out Jason's Super Soldiers as well. Awesome stuff. And Jupiter Jet Volume 1. Can't wait to see what's next on their horizons, man.
I feel like we need to write a book.
Brad, let's go ahead and get the video content down first. Yeah. I would like to do a book where I just analyze like all of Kubrick's movies, but that's later down in my life. But yeah, there I'm going, giving away my ideas, right?
Pretty much. You just gave them away.
You just give them away, right? It's okay. I haven't opened haven't read you guys my script ideas, and I will not read them out loud to anybody unless they're my writing partners. So, without further ado, let's go ahead and get into it, Brad. Of course, what's it called? If you have never watched this movie called Fireworks, then you might just want to click off at the sound of the... if I can find it right here. Yes, when you hear this wonderful sound of me going... that means it is spoiler warning, okay? So, without further ado... This movie came out in 2017, so, it's definitely past 1969, bro. So, without further ado, spoiler warning is affected. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right, man.
Okay, Ro. So, Fireworks, a 2017 film, also known as Fireworks, Should We See It from the Side or the Bottom, is a 2017 Japanese animated romantic drama film produced by Shaft and distributed by Toho. It is based on the 1993 Japanese live-action television play of the same name, also released in cinemas in 1995 by Shunji Iwai. The film was directed by Akiyuki Shinbo, co-directed by Nobuyuki Takuchi, from a screenplay written by Hitoshi Oni, and stars the voices of Suzu Hirose, Masaki Suda, and Mamoru Miyano. Satoru Kosaki composed the film's music. The film released in Japan on August 18, 2017, and received mixed reviews from critics who praised the film for its music and animation, but criticized the narrative and characterization. Mm-hmm. The film has grossed over $28 million worldwide, becoming the 7th highest grossing anime film in 2017, and Shaft's highest grossing film. Internationally, it was released in cinemas on October 5th, 2017 in Australia and New Zealand by Madman Films, and on November 15, 2017 in the United Kingdom and Ireland by Anime Limited. It was released theatrically on July 4th, 2018 in the United States and Canada by G Kids.
All right. So, Brad picked this one out, and I just got to say that this movie is very, very disappointing. It's not terrible. It's not, does not touch the graces of Venom in any sound of it all. I really like the animation, music, cinematography, everything about that. I even like the concept. I think the concept is really interesting. It's just poorly executed to me. Really slow pacing. The characters are so...
The pacing is
terrible.
Very slow.
Terrible pacing.
Yeah.
And the characters are so dull and fall so flat. And, towards the end, I'm kind of left like, I kind of just wasted my time and just didn't really wasn't really worth anything to me. But other than that, I think that the concept is really interesting. I think
that is probably the favorite part of this film is just the concept in general.
Yeah.
It's not really a time travel as much as a what if, because that's what it was, a what if machine.
Yeah, which I kind of, I praise it because a lot of these movies just do the time travel shit, you know. But I think that this movie was trying really hard to replicate the magic of Your Name, and also in a way try to do something really different. But I felt like it was concentrating too much on like the style of it all at times when they could have paid a lot more attention to the characters.
Yeah, I think I think we didn't get as much character development as would be needed, because Your Name, you actually cared about the characters, and this one you kind of cared about one character, that of course being Nazuna. You kind of cared about her and what she was being forced to do and why she was going, but all the other characters, like Normichi even, who was the main male in the cast,
didn't know shit about him.
I mean, even him, they didn't like speak on his background very much.
Yeah.
So basically that whole guy group, you didn't learn anything from them.
Yeah, pretty much. I didn't even know if this kid had parents,
Yeah, that was my question at the end. I'm like, okay, kid kind of ran off.
Does he have parents?
Meh. I mean, we get that that Yusuke has parents because he has a doctor in the office. So I mean,
well, he does have parents, Normichi, because Yusuke even says your parents leave the back door open all the time. That's how I'm able to get in.
Yeah, but really, other than that, you're not given a lot of background. Yeah. And I think had they made this into, well, they could have still kept it 90 minutes and focused more on developing the characters and then going into the story, because I really like the concept. I really like how, he wants these what ifs, like what if I beat Yusuke at swimming and, go with her instead because Yusuke is a total dickhead. And so they go through that scenario and it keeps going until it basically just unravels everything, until my favorite character being the drunk dude who fires off fireworks, fires off this machine and basically just breaks it. And you get to see all the different scenarios that could have happened. And it basically tells the audience that, don't wait on what ifs. So go out and actually, make it happen.
Yeah, man. It's what's it called? I was going to say that, so what's it called? He does apparently have parents, and, it's just some of these characters just kind of left off to the side. Yeah,
and I did bring this up before because Your Name was brought up before, because it does have a stylistic similarity between Your Name, but Your Name is a much better at
of course
the whole thing.
Yeah, no competition there. Brad, you got your phone next to you or something?
Nope.
Ooh, it might be mine. Oh wait, no, mine's not even near me. Okay, well, I don't know. Might just be my headphones acting up. There we go. I silenced it. But yeah, I silenced it. But yeah, man, it sucks, man. That this movie really, honestly, man, I'll be honest here. I think an hour and 30 minutes for this movie is too small of a runtime. I think an extra 20 to 30 minutes. I never call for movies to be 2 hours, but this one needed it.
I can agree with that if
it's spent on developing.
They do character development, and 2, they switch off and they just quicken the pace. Because I liked that they went back and went through a bunch of these scenarios, and then at the end it's like, fuck the what if machine, just go out and do it. Yeah. I like that. I love the concept of this movie, but you're right. It's poorly executed. It's not the best thing. Is it a bad movie? It's bad in some parts, but what it does great, it does the cinematics, the music, the story itself, and the plot. It's just the character development and the pacing is just not there for some reason.
Like I always say, even the worst movies have something redeeming them. I mean, have something that's enjoyable. You know,
except Venom and Riding Bullet.
like I said with Venom, I like the what's it called, the look of the movie, the look, cinematography wise, like pretty damn good. Everything else, pretty shit. Riding the Bullet, I said I liked it the way it creates the atmosphere of what I imagine a Stephen King book would look like come to life. Anything else? Like, yeah, basically that's just it. You know.
I mean, not much going on for those two, but this one, I mean, I wish they would have focused more on the whole friendship thing, because the friends feel like, oh, you're here kind of to get it started, and then you guys just wander off until you find them at the lighthouse.
And it also feels like there's something more between what's it called, our protagonist and his friend. Like, there's obviously something more, like an inner competition, or just like their friendship isn't even explored that much to feel like they're actually friends, you know?
And it brings up the question, does his friend really like Mizuna? Because she asked him out to go to the fireworks, and he totally blows her off. And then he's confessing his love at the end of it. So to me, he's just kind of a dickhead. Like,
he's pretty much a dick.
you could have had that, but you're a dickhead.
Yeah, pretty much you could have had that, man. You could have had that. You know, you ain't supposed to blow off people. You're not supposed to blow off your books either. Books are important. But I get it. Not all of us can read books. Some of us are limited, and some of us cannot do everything in this world to be able to pick up a book and read it. But that's because, that's a thing of the past now. We have gotten the tools such as audiobooks that have made this a possibility to do great things with. And today I'm here to tell you all about Audible. Audible. For you, the listeners of the Nerdcore podcast, Audible is offering a free audiobook download with a free 30-day trial to give you the opportunity to check out their service. I recommend you guys go and pick up one of my favorite books of all time, The Hobbit by J.R.R. Tolkien. Or you can go get Crush It! Why now is the time to cash in on your passion by Gary Vaynerchuk. To download your free audiobook today, go to audibletrial.com/thenerdcore, C-O-R-P-S. Again, that's audibletrial.com/thenerdcore for your free audiobook today. All right, Brad, yeah, got that out of the way.
They also have books on segways.
Yeah, shut up, Brad. Gotta love it. Gotta love it. You love to see it, Brad. Segways are best. Segways are best. What other way am I going to be able to do it, man?
I don't know.
Oh,
that was pretty good.
What's it called? Alex quote tweeted us tweeted me in a tweet that she just tweeted. She's looking at it's a page of Amazon movie reviews, and it's a bunch of 1 stars for Hereditary, demonic and disturbing, made me truly afraid. I was horrified. Don't smoke and watch. Traumatizing, scary, Antichrist, satanic film, anti-Christian and demonic. That's great. I love those. I love Amazon reviews. They're fun to read. But yeah, man, the friends of this dude were dicks.
Yeah, and I like how their biggest concern was figuring out if the fireworks are flat or round. But I also loved how that was the kind of the trigger to Norimichi that he wasn't in the right world, because he knew how fireworks are supposed to look like. And so when he gets to the one and it's just flat, he's like, yeah, this ain't right. Let's throw this shit again. And then he gets to the other one where they're round, but they're like flower petals, basically. And they're, so some beautiful art going on in this thing. Probably some of the most beautiful art I've seen in anime. But, and you see it because this one, you can tell they used, animation, but they also used doing computer graphics with it. Which was kind of cool.
I wonder if some of this is hand-drawn.
I like this whole concept of he figured out what was the right world when just shit didn't look right.
Mm-hmm. I wonder if they used hand-drawing in some of these, because there was one scene when he went back to the train station that looked hand-drawn.
Yeah, I know what scene you're talking about. I'm pretty sure they did. I'm pretty sure this movie had a whole bunch of different kind of animation they used. Because they used the computer graphics for when he threw the what if machine.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, dude. I think there has to be, man. There has to be some case of hand drawn animation going on in here. And yeah, those are my favorites when they're hand drawn. But I mean, in other news, Brad, because I feel like I can't take this conversation more. But if we're in the realm of because I don't know how far we can go with this conversation, but in other news, I mean, since we're talking about like anime, today it was announced that that all the Studio Ghibli movies are coming to HBO Max.
No, that's good.
Yeah, except for Grave of the Fireflies, because that one's not owned by G Kids.
That one does not need to go on G Kids.
That's something that breaks kids, man.
Oh, and adults.
Yes, sir. But
yeah,
yeah,
I recommend everyone watch that movie. Because that is an amazing movie that should be seen and felt.
Recommend that more than I'm recommending this one we're talking about right now.
No shit. We gave a 10 out of 10 at Grave of the Fireflies.
Yeah, that month almost had full 10s, dude.
Yeah, except for my last choice, which, I didn't feel too bad because it was an early one of Del Toro's.
Yeah.
But it still got a pretty high ranking.
Yeah. So, you want to go with the scores here, Brad? I don't know how much more we can keep on talking about this, dude.
I mean, I got to give to the studio here on the animation, the music.
Music was really good.
The concept, the story. Like, it's almost there. It's almost to the point of being, it's got almost all the foundation except very little character development, and just the pacing is very slow.
Very slow.
But I can't put it into the realm of saying it's horrible, because it's not. It's not a Venom. It's not a Riding the Bullet. So, but it's not also, it's not a Grave of the Fireflies. It's not Your Name. So to me, it's kind of on the lower middle.
Yeah.
So I'd probably have to give it like a 5.5.
Yeah, we're pretty much on the same page here, man. Five for me. It's right there. 2.5 on my letterbox.
I mean, if this ever, I think this would be a good remake. Honestly, if somebody wanted to remake this or do a director's kind of cut to it and just throw in some more scenes with the character developments, cut out like the scenes where they're riding the train. You don't need to like rewatch like them getting off and on the fucking train all the time. Like you could cut some of that stuff out.
Yeah, we get it.
Do character development.
We get it. He can go back to moments. Like we don't have to be revisiting that shit all the time.
Yeah, because I mean, he went back to the train like 3 times. So, just have him like back in the train, which they kind of did for one of the train scenes. But the other scenes, you see him getting out and all that shit. And it's just like you didn't need that. You could have used that time better for character development.
Yeah, and I think that's kind of my conclusion with this movie. I think this movie concentrates too much on trying to they concentrate more on the scenery, and it's not concentrating too much on the story. And even at times, like I felt like the movie just doesn't know what it wants to do with itself. So.
I mean, I honestly think they actually do know what they want to do. I just think they did it very poorly.
Yeah. Well, that seems to be our review of Fireworks, and you guys can go check it out anywhere. By the way, big shout out to YouTube on making it really easy to rent your movies on there. It's pretty fun.
You rent it from YouTube?
Yeah, I rented it from YouTube.
Nice.
Yeah, it was pretty easy to rent, dude. Just go to YouTube. $2.99.
Yeah, same.
Yeah. So just what's it called? I just went to YouTube, searched up the movie, rented it, double clicked on my iPhone lock button, and it rented it. It was right there on my purchases. I was watching it on my iPad. Pretty easy, simple way, And yeah, really, what's it called? Finished with this movie, and we're just gonna stop talking. But yeah, let's go ahead and get some housekeeping here, man. Producers of the podcast, they are pledged to our Patreon at the $10 tier and the $15 tier, and we need one more patron, uno más, otro, uno más. Wow, I can't believe I can speak in my first language. Un patrón más. Necesitamos un patrón más en nuestro Patreon. So, mi gente de Latinoamérica, por favor, pónganse información. Váyanse a www.patreon.com patreon.com/The Nerdcore. Por favor, vayan, ayúdame, por favor. Porque queremos hacer muchas cosas con esto y la única manera que lo vamos a poder hacer es por Patreon. Y como quiera, los quiero. Si oyen los episodios y si van a Patreon, está más mejor. Muchas gracias. Pues ahorita voy para atrás al inglés, pero ya saben. Váyanse a patreon.com/The Nerdcore. Y ya saben, échenle ganas al $1 tier. Okay. Patreon.com/nerdcore. You want to help us out and do all those wonderful things? Go to that, man. It really does help us out. Brad, you like that?
Muy bueno.
Muy bueno. Dame otra cerveza, cabrón.
Dos cervezas, por favor.
All right, man. Associate producers of the podcast, you can go and, shout out to Cassie and Sarah. Executive producers, though, gotta shout out Grayson Barker, a.k.a. Warlord Hitman 98 on Twitter, Grayson Barker 98 on Instagram, and Mr. Shane SRK. Brad, can you tell us where we can find Shane?
You can follow our friend Shane at twitch.tv/SWRWK or follow him on Twitter at SWRWK
All right, man. Merchandise, you can wear us, you can stick us, you can do whatever the hell you want with us.
Whoa.
www.teespring.com/store/The Nerdcore, CRPS. Rate and review the podcast on your podcast app of choice. Really does help the feed grow, man. Socials, go and follow us on Twitter at the Nerdcore _ Instagram at the Nerdcore, Facebook group, the Nerdverse, the official Nerdcore group, and check out the website, thenerdcore.com, along with our YouTube channel where we have a lot of cool stuff on there. In the meantime, and we're trying to put our back catalog in there. I believe the next episodes are the Nerdy Chicanos that are going out, Brad.
Yes.
Cool. So,
Cool.
Well, without further ado, it's been a wonderful time here, and we will see you all during the live show. And listen to High Flyer Radio. Brad can't plug Unstructured, but that sucks because he hasn't. It's not up. But go and listen to the Impaired Files with the Nerdy Chicano. This week, I talked with Saswana Chowdhury, and we talked about her film, Dawat. We talked about her career, and we talked about her incredible gala that she's hosting called We Are India Gala. Go and check that out at weareindiagala.com. That's weareindiagala.com. We're not sponsored or anything. We're just sponsoring. We're not sponsored or anything. We're just spreading the word for you all. So go and check out the interview with Saswana Chowdhury and check out the After Hours episode with Saswana as well. Without further ado, Brad, it's been a wonderful time. Let's go ahead and send them into the podcast void, no?
All right, Ro. Thank you for being host as always. Thank you to all our listeners out there, all our Patreon supporters. We appreciate each and every one of you. You helped us get Ro a new stream deck, so that's kind of cool.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you all. Also, shout out to Anchor.fm for the ad revenue, because that's dope. Easiest way to podcast. And
Yes,
I guess in the next episode, I guess I'll see you in the news. You want to get it out?